Hey everyone, welcome. About 10 minutes late than we had anticipated. So we originally were going to have someone else on, but life happens. And as Bruce Lee says, we must be as water and shift with the changes. And I know usually when things don't exactly happen the way that we want them to and things come up, but sometimes, you just got to roll with the punches. And I haven't done a video in going on 2 weeks. And just because this exact show had to be canceled, I still need to do a video anyway, right? So boom, that on that. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Also, make sure to hit the like button. That is very important. And share your comments with us. You're watching this on Facebook. Also join in the discussion. Today we're going to be discussing the 10 tips to hit billionaire status. These are items that people of success do. This is from a brain coach. His name is Jim Kwik, and I ran across this video and I thought that it was amazing. So we're going to go over this and rate yourself with me. Let me know the tips that he has, what you do to also hit these goals as well. So let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over this video. This is from, it's an author. His name is James Kwik. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he has a book called Limitless: Core Techniques to Improve Performance, Productivity, and Focus. So this guy is a brain surgeon, and people go to him to help increase their memory, increase their decision-making skills. He's an expert on teaching you how to speed read, but this video is the 10 tips he has that he says that anyone that he knows is a billionaire, like, they do this. So let's get it started. Let me know if you can hear it.
I'm going to share with you the 10 keys to unlock what I call your quick brain. Right? These are the 10 things scientifically proven to help you better, to optimize your brain health and your fitness. And now every single thing I'm going to say, nobody's going to debate, right? They're going to say, yes, of course, but common sense is not common practice. So what I'm going to ask people who are watching this is to rate yourself 0 to 10. How well am I doing in this one area? Like in terms of how I'm eating.
Rate yourself, y'all. I'm going to rate myself too.
And then you'll notice, everyone wants to know what the magic pill is. There's no magic memory pill. They're magic memory processes, right? If everyone wants to know the one silver bullet, you have to do all of these things because that's what falls within the focal point, meaning the 80-20 rule, the 20% that gives you 80% of the results and the rewards. So really fast, the 10 keys for unlocking your quick brain. Number one is good brain food, all right? Good brain food, because you are what you eat. What you eat matters, especially to your gray matter. There's certain foods that are really good for your brain, and you probably eat most of these foods as you are, because I know you're very
blueberries.
Yeah, all like blueberries. It's like I call them brain.
Okay, so let's go over these 10 super brain foods. We have avocado, blueberries, broccoli, coconut oil, eggs, green leafy vegetables, salmon. I say salmon. Some people say salmon. I say salmon. I don't know which one. I probably even saying it wrong. So turmeric. Oh my God. Turmeric, walnuts, and dark chocolate. So, me personally, I'm vegan ish. The only thing that I do eat is crab legs. That's like my weakness. But so for me, as far as the seafood, I have been taking protein powder. There's vegan protein powder. So I've started taking that to help with some of that dark chocolate. I just can't get into dark chocolate. Let me know what you guys, if you are eating this stuff on the list. I know for the green leafy vegetables, though, what I do every once in a while is I make this, I call it green goddess detox soup. Actually, the Indians, I found this in an Indian restaurant and I replicated it um, to fit what I like. But anything that's green, I throw in a pot, boil it, put a lot of cumin, turmeric, and other spices in it, and then I blend it, and it's so good. So I like to do that every once in a while. Let me know what other brain superfoods that you guys are into. That you haven't seen on the list. So Cleveland, oh yeah, Cleveland's body is tight. So I'm sure he does everything. Let's get into number 2.
It's killing ants. Automatic negative thoughts, your self-talk. And so what I would recommend people, 0 to 10, how's that feel? How well are you doing? And not only that, but maybe going on a little fast or cleanse. Like we cleanse the food we eat and things we put in our body, but what about the thoughts that we're putting in our body?
Try to do 30 days, negative thoughts.
I mean, yeah,
1 day.
Or not complaining or something like that, because it's just, again, people get so addicted to these things like, complaining, and whatever you're rehearsing, you're literally rewiring your brain to get more of that. It's not law of attraction. There's a law of action that's going on, that makes it, because all behavior is belief driven. And so you're wiring your brains to be really rehearsing those things. That's why they say that the fearful person dies 1,000 times, like a coward dies 1,000 times in their mind, and a non-coward, like a brave person dies just once. Because every time you're
I'm sorry, I love that quote. A coward dies 1,000 times and a brave person dies once. That's deep right there, because a lot of times we constantly, and I'm so horrible at this, but this is a constant exercise with your brain, right? These negative thoughts, because you a lot of times can talk yourself out of things. You put yourself down. You don't try new things. You don't say certain things that are on your mind out of fear. And like I said, I'm always going to be pushing this book because y'all really need to read it. But The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, where he talks about detaching. He tells you how to detach your thoughts. And I'm in this group of everyone that's read this book, and someone was asking for tips on how to detach these negative thoughts. And for me, something they said in the book was visualize your thought as an actual person, as an actual being. And you realize that this person is an asshole. Like our thoughts in our mind, we say the worst things to ourselves. And if you visualize your thought as an actual person, for one, you realize how ridiculous that person is. And also the next step that I take, because I'm a very visual person, is so I visualize this person sitting there saying my thought. And I actually visualize them getting up and walking out of a room, like leaving. So the thought is going out with them. And I was having a discussion in this group today. There are some days where there's 20 people that have gotten up and walked out, because as soon as that one person gets up and walk out, that thought, there's another thought that's coming up, and I have to visualize it as a person or walk it out my mind too. But you get to a place, if you do this correctly and frequently, like literally I have moments of where my mind is blank, or it's just, I don't know how to describe it, but you realize how powerful you are. You realize how invincible you are because your thoughts is what's holding you back. So the fact that it's just this being, this thought, and you have control over that shit, and you're able to remove it. And once you remove it, like for a split second, like you sense and you feel how powerful you actually are once you eliminate these negative thoughts. It's real intense, y'all. It's real serious. So I definitely suggest, for one, reading that book and to practice visualizing these negative thoughts as an actual person and walking it out of the door. Get rid of these negative thoughts. This is what keeps most of us from achieving success.
Third thing, exercise. People, really, we know. Number 4, brain
Okay, that was real
nutrients.
quick. Exercise number 3.
Omega-3.
How many of y'all are exercising? Okay, that's very important. Me, I have moments that I'm doing really well. I'm hitting the gym, I'm lifting them weights, and then one day I'm like, oh, I can't do it today. I'm so tired. And I look up and I haven't exercised for 3 months. So that is one thing I'm really going to hold myself to task with, is not stop. Because now I'm realizing when I stop for maybe 2 days, I think I can go one day and then go back the next. But if I go over 2 days, I'm not working out for 3 months. This I know about myself. So for me personally, I can't take a break from exercising. If I really want to see this through, I gotta be persistent. So that's just me. For those of you that like to exercise, I know Cleveland's in here. Cleveland, what do you do to like stay focused on exercising? Because Cleveland got a full out 6-pack. He's supposed to be sending me this regimen because I'm trying to get tone. Trying to get to his level. So let's go to the next one, number 4, brain nutrients.
Brain nutrients, omega-3s, the DHAs, the ginkgo biloba, vitamin B, B12s. And this is a subject that comes up because, a lot of people travel, they have fast food lifestyles, and, but maybe they're lacking in certain supplements. And what I would say is, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not anything that ends on an ist, but go to a doctor, a good functional medicine doctor, have a blood test. And I say the same thing for diet. When people say, what's the best? Do food sensitivity tests. See what your blood says. Red, yellow, green. Red, stay away from. Yellow, sparingly. Green, and see how you flourish on it afterwards, right? And then test it. But same thing with nutrient profile. You can see what you're deficient at. Because if you're low on B vitamins, if you're low on DHA, then you're going to have cognitive issues, right?
So those of you, has anyone taken these tests? I know I've taken the allergy test. I don't know if that's the same as a food sensitivity test, but I do get my blood work done. My sister, Dr. Danielle, make sure to check her out, naturopathic doctor. See, every year, we do blood work on me to see where my levels are, what I probably need. If I need more iron, if I need more of this, what I'm deficient in. And that's very helpful to know whether you're eating the right foods or if you need to start taking some supplements and things like that. So as far as, I used to take ginkgo. I stopped a long time ago. Probably need to go back to it because my memory is horrible. So Cleveland, you say you got to find the way to go to the gym. You just got to figure it out. That's Cleveland's advice for y'all that's struggling to work out every day. You just gotta find a way, okay? Figure it out for yourself. It's pretty much what he's saying. But I gotta have Cleveland on myself. I feel like he has an interesting life story that we need to learn from. So let's go to the next one.
That you want to optimize your brain is a positive peer group. We know who you spend time with is who you become. And it's not just a positive thinking, affirmation quote. literally you have mirror neurons, and your mirror neurons in your nervous system is when you could watch a sport or watch a movie and you could feel what they feel. It's what or you have empathy for other people. We're always imitating people, right? And so who you spend time with is who you become, because you're imitating their habits, their behaviors, their thought patterns, and everything. So that's why they say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? If you're around 9 broke people, you're going to be the 10th, right? Like, you hear these things all the time, but it's not just your biological networks or your neurological networks. Analyze your social networks, right? Because whether or not you smoke has less to do with your neurological networks and more to do whether or not your friend's friends smoke. It's going to have more of an influence. 6th thing for your brain.
So let's pause on that. Clearly in the why. So I guess focus on, we're talking about the exercise, and focus on why. That'll keep you focused. So I'm really huge on who you associate with, who you have around with, who you talk to is a big factor whether or not you will be successful in life. When he said you are the average of your 5 friends, that is so true. And I know for me, everyone knows I have 8 best friends. So for me, I'm the average of the 8 people I'm surrounding myself with. But they're all so different in their own way. And I think that's what has helped me be able to see things in all different variety in type of ways, because all of my friends come from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different cultures, and I immerse myself in all of it. So it's made me an extremely empathetic person. But now, as far as drive, determination, me being on the path of entrepreneurship, I have realized that I need, and I have found people who are on that journey. Has nothing to do with leaving your other friends behind or thinking less or nothing like that. If you, let's say you want to be an actor or a model, or you're trying to be, we have movie producers in this group and writers, you need to find those people who are on the same exact grind as you. Because let me tell you, people who are in that same exact grind as you, they can't really relate to you. They can give you advice. They can, like, all of my friends are very supportive, but they can't give me what I need from the same kind of person that is on the same kind of journey that I am. Let me know if that makes sense. So for me, I'm specifically looking for people in my field who are already successful. And I'm starting to find that because I've been asking the universe for that repeatedly. Like, I literally just met someone about 3 days ago who is at the level that I'm striving to be at. And just a couple of times that we have talked has really pushed me harder in the past 2 days than I have been pushed in a while, because I'm seeing what he has, I'm seeing how he moves and his focus is, and it's like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta move like that. So point blank, period. All right, next one, 6.
Clean environment. We know clean environment is good for your brain. At an anecdotal level, you know when you clean your desk or you clean your laptop off, you know you have clarity of thought, right? But I don't just mean that. I mean clean air, clean water, because there's a lot of pollutants that's not good for your cognition, right? So from there, we have number 7, sleep.
Okay, let's stop on that. Cleanliness. I'm big on that one too, because I'm all about energy, and I realize if you live in a cluttered environment, then it brings down your mood. It creates depression. Like, you feel unmotivated. Like right now, I just moved into a new place in Massachusetts, and we're slowly unpacking, but I have so much stuff, and I have so much clutter, and I decided, because I move every 2 years. I decided, and I literally, it was another live I was telling someone, I felt like this bag that I have is representative of my life, because I literally have this plastic bag that's worn and tattered, that's full of crap. Who knows? Like there might be some important paperwork in there, but it's just stuff that I've just added to it through the years. And every time I have moved somewhere new, I have dragged this bag, and this bag literally has holes in it, y'all. Like it's horrible. And this is the first time where I'm feeling like, all right, I need to go through this bag and I need to leave. I need to let a lot of stuff go. And that's been like my focus with unpacking and getting this house together now is getting rid of things that I've been dragging around with me. And it's very poetic to even people I gotta go. I got a lot of things I need to get rid of in my life that I've been dragging with me for, years. And it's just worn and tattered and, so yes. But I've noticed too, when I clear things out, when I get rid of stuff, you feel lighter, right? So definitely look at your area, look at your environment and see if you need to declutter, because it's very helpful. All right, next one.
One for so many people. Sleep is so important
Sleep,
for 3 reasons.
number 7.
One, consolidate short to long-term memory. Everyone who pulled an all-nighter back in university, that hurt you because you need that sleep. Number 2, it's where you clean out the plaque that could lead to brain aging challenges. And that's what the latest research is saying in terms of leading to dementia and such. And then the third reason is because when you dream. And here's the thing, you're like, Jim, what does that have to do with anything, Jim? It's like, you don't know how many amazing ideas and invention, literature, works of art came in dream states. Like, did you know, like I mentioned Mary Shelley, here in London, Frankenstein came to her in a dream. Paul McCartney came up with Yesterday in his dream. Like a chemist came up with the periodic table in his dream. Elias Howe created the sewing machine in his dream, right? Like, what are you dreaming about late at night? Because when you are working all day and you're learning all day, your brain doesn't shut off at night. At night, it's more active. People don't realize that. You think it's just not happening. It's actually more active. And it's coming up with solutions. And it's integrating stuff in the form of dreams. Number 8 is brain protection.
Okay. So this is very important. First of all, sleep. We highly underrate sleep, especially those of us who are out here trying to pursue our dreams. I know I can be on my phone 2 a.m. and I'll text Terrell and he'll answer me because he don't sleep. Neither one of us sleep. We both got issues with insomnia. And I find that a lot of people who are out here, we're like grinding and trying to do so much. We're lacking sleep. But I'm here to tell you that you need to sleep. It's very important. This whole philosophy of, I don't like the mantra, no sleep till, success and, I'll sleep when I'm dead. No. Sleep now, get your rest now, because like he said, that's very important for long-term reasons. And I have found that when I'm kind of stuck on something and I do get that sleep, I have more clarity about it the next day. Also, I did not know that these people came up with that song and that movie Frankenstein in their sleep, but I can believe it because I've had ideas come to me in my sleep as well. And what I also do is I listen to guided meditation videos, which my friend Jackie put me on when I used to have huge anxiety and huge insomnia. You go on YouTube and type in sleep meditation, and there's all different stuff. You can, I do videos that promote like positive thoughts. I do videos that are simply focused on achieving success or getting rid of worry or getting rid of anxiety. Like there's literally a guided meditation for anything that you can think of. And I have found that I have noticed and changed in how I think since I've started doing those videos. All right, number 8. Brain protection.
That, like I work with a lot of athletes, high performer athletes. Concussions are a big deal. Yeah. Right. And I've had a number of TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. But not just that. I did a whole episode on electromagnetic fields. Like people don't realize that like our smart devices, like it's like our brains didn't really evolve to have like all this electricity like right by our brains, you know. And I read recently that 90% of kids sleep with their phones underneath their pillows. I mean, who knows the effect that's having?
So better avoid it.
Protect your brain. Wear a helmet. And then
Yeah, I used to sleep with my phone right by, like, right here, and I stopped doing that too because I saw something as well, and it wasn't even. I think they're saying we're not going to know for years whether cell phones give us brain cancer, but I wouldn't be surprised that there's going to be some things that come up years from now as far as how all these cell phone towers are affecting our brains. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm all into science. So, yeah. Next one, 9 and 10.
Finally, 9 and 10. Ninth key to keeping your brain alive is new learnings, right? The neurogenesis and neuroplasticity means neurogenesis, you could create new brain cells the day you die. Science never thought that. Neuroplasticity is saying you could create new connections. The way to improve neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, two things: novelty and nutrition. Just like when you're an athlete, just like training your body, you give it novelty or stimulus, and then you feed it with nutrition, right? And so that's how you build your mental muscles too. Finally, number 10.
So constantly trying to learn new things. I know some people are out here learning new languages. I attempted that. That's too much for me. I don't have the time to be learning. Well, I won't say I don't have the time. I'm choosing not to learn a new language. But I do constantly read, and for me, it's different philosophies, different ways of thinking, different religions, different methods that people are teaching out here to help deal with depression, to help deal with anxiety and trauma, generational trauma. That's my thing. So I'm constantly reading and learning about things in that arena. So let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. What's something new that you're learning? Maybe give me some ideas of something I could be doing besides another language, which is bad because I have friends who are very bilingual, and I have whole families. My Junior, my brother, his family don't even speak English, and I be around them folks all the time for 10 years. I'm bad. I need to learn Spanish. I'll get with it. I'll get it together. David says, I know I'm learning many new things, but sadly, phone was under my pillow to muffle alarm sound in the morning. Okay, I don't know what that means. All right, let's get into number 10.
Stress management. Stress management, meaning
Stress
people
management.
don't realize it because it's invisible, but it's like you don't realize how much stress you're under until you're on vacation or you're getting a massage. You don't realize because it's all there all the time. It's like the fish that they don't see in the water because it's there all the time. So what are we doing to cope? You know, meditation, relaxation, massage, yoga, whatever it is to get stuff stressed.
This one is huge, huge, huge for me. Okay, David, you're learning acoustics, cooking, and baking. That's a good one. I like to find complicated recipes. I find that's a really good, actually, that's a stress reliever of mine is cooking. But this number 10 is like the one that I feel the most I need to improve on, because for me, some of y'all think I got this short haircut when I shaved my hair because I was on some new wave, new me, do me type thing. No, my hair was falling out, y'all. Like my hair, for some reason, I was getting patches, right? So I had to shave my head so you couldn't notice it as much and start over. And that was actually a very, very tough thing for me to do. But what it did do, because I knew I was stressed, I didn't know to what extent. Because when they were doing all these tests to try to find out why my hair was falling out, everything was fine. Like I said, my sister does my blood work every year. I wasn't really deficient in anything. Maybe a little bit more vitamin D, I was told, but other than that, I was fine. So the only thing that made sense was stress. It's not even genetic because all my sisters in my family, nobody bald. Not my daddy. So that put a big blaring, blinky red light in my face. Because you see this personality I have right now, my mood, my laugh, like this is me all the time. And so people don't understand. You could be like this and be depressed and be stressed and go through a lot of stuff and just keep it, not deal with it, right? And so, but your body is dealing with it, and it's going to show you that you need to make changes in your life in certain ways. So my body told me by my hair falling out, and that's when I was like, I had to fall back, like I said, like that bag I've been pulling around with all this baggage. I have a lot of baggage in my life, and I've been sorting through my shit and getting my shit together and talking with different people about other ways I could be pursuing my dreams and my goals and still getting to where I want to be, and probably a better way that's not going to overwhelm me as much. So, ways I relieve my stress, let me know in the comments how you guys relieve your stress. Like I said, the guided meditation really helps me. I need to go back to doing the full, I used to do a good 30-minute meditation every morning. I have fallen away from that because I was stressing about so much stuff. So I do need to go back to that because that was very helpful. I notice I have a natural high if I meditate for at least 30 minutes, get a good meditation in. Yoga. I should be into yoga more than I am because it is like my thing, but yoga is hard, y'all. But once again, it probably is a great stress reliever because when I'm in it, I am in it. I'm not thinking about anything else. David, I have an awesome book to help you with foreign language. Hit me up later. Oh, did I say I didn't feel like learning a new language? Maybe eventually. We'll look into it. Cleveland, your stress reliever is working out and dancing. Dancing is my first love. So I'm with you on that. Once I'm able, I do want to go back to ballet because I remember when I was doing ballet, that was like my happiest time. David, you exercise and running relieve my stress all. YouTube, jazz music, and scenic views on YouTube. Okay, Kiana, she does meditation, cooking, exercise, and a good book. These are all really good ideas, you guys. So, yeah. So those are the 10 things that this brain coach, Jim Kwik, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, gives to help us achieve the next level. So his advice is to do all these things for 10 days, focus on these 21 days. So I'm going to be doing that. A lot of stuff I already do already, but there's more I can do. So I'm definitely going to be accepting this challenge. I'll give you an update on how that goes. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. My original podcast with Juan about PTSD. Hopefully we'll do that soon. He's having a crazy life right now, which we'll be talking about. So hopefully we'll be able to talk about that. Other than that, if there's something, Cleveland, you said that you was going to be on my live, so I will be reaching out to you. Cleveland is actually, I want to say you're from Brazil, if I got that right. Let me know. But I don't, you just get a vibe that somebody has been through a lot of stuff. Clearly is one of those people for me. So definitely am looking forward to talking to him. And if you are watching and you have a story that you want to tell, this channel is all about overcoming. What are you overcoming, and how you have overcame some trauma in your life or obstacle in your life or just your life story. Like, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys are going to N-Dowd.com and -dowd.com. I have a bunch of new products, new apparel, and that are focused on affirmations, focused on positive living. So make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much for watching.